What up, though? I started this channel because I love to read books. Today I'll be reviewing William Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse. Hit that like and subscribe and check me out. Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. It's a book about every conspiracy theory that you can imagine. The only thing that's not in it are ghosts and goblins. Widely considered the holy grail of conspiracy books, Behold a Pale Horse was brought to my attention 20 or so years ago by a co-worker who was then and is still now obsessed with conspiracy theories and the cover-up story. He also told me that if I was to buy this book, to not leave a paper trail, so I used cash. Some of the stuff in this book is very believable, and as a matter of fact, as paranoid as it is, some of it is very true. For instance, I do believe that there are secret societies. Cooper says that there are many of them. They've been around for thousands of years, all over the world. He gives names, dates, and the people involved in them. He even goes as far as to say that they're all under one rule of one satanic cult, and that they're all a part of the New World Order. All right, let me back it up. The book begins with William Cooper giving his own foreword, and in it, he explicitly clarifies that the conclusions drawn in this book are his and his alone. And quote, one or more of the conclusions may be wrong. From there, it tells his life story growing up until he starts to see UFOs. The first time he sees one is in the Navy. He says it was the size of an aircraft carrier that rose from the ocean and into the clouds. He brings it to the attention of a superior, where he is threatened with jail time and fines, and is told to sign a paper stating that he would never disclose this information to anyone ever again. After this, he's reassigned from the submarine that he was on to a gas tanker, which I'm assuming pissed him off. He's shipped off to Vietnam, where he would continue to have sightings of UFOs. At some point in the late 60s, he says that he's given top secret clearance, and there he would learn of the government's knowledge of UFOs. He would then go AWOL after learning of the government's involvement in the Kennedy assassination. After his discharge in the late 1970s, he begins his lifelong mission to disclose the things he knows to the public. He says the government begins to monitor him and his family. He becomes suspicious of everyone, starts to gather the information from various sources, and begins to write, Behold a Pale Horse. That's the start of this book, but it isn't the end of William Cooper's story. In 1991, he would start a talk radio show from his home in Arizona. He would then go on to publish this book, Behold a Pale Horse. It becomes a very popular book, and it makes him a lot of money. Cooper apparently forgets to inform the IRS of this, though, which results in them showing up on his doorstep in 2001. A shootout would occur, leaving a deputy struck twice, and Cooper being shot dead on the front porch of his own home. As Thanos would say, destiny fulfilled. Now, after Cooper's death, the sales of this book would surge, and some say showing the validity of the things in it. In light of recent admissions by the government that they don't know what they're seeing up there, it has made this book relevant again. Now, some of this book is highly suspect, like Cooper's claims that with the help of extraterrestrials, the governments of the United States and Russia have had bases on not only the moon, but Mars as well since the 70s. He says that AIDS is a man-made virus used to control the population of blacks, Hispanics, and gays, and that alien implants are used for mind control. And all of this is backed up by what appears to be government documentation, signed and with top secret on the bottom. Now, what has been proven true in his book is the CIA's counterintelligence program known as COINTELPRO, which in the 70s intentionally flooded the inner city with guns and drugs, which leads to the most interesting part of this book for me, Chapter 1's Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. It details the government's war upon its own people by intentionally contaminating the air, water, soil, and food. Social engineering by keeping people ignorant specifically in bookkeeping and managing your own money, giving people less cash and more credit for self-indulgence, loan programs with obligations and contracts, a system of control using economics. Cooper says all of this has been set up by the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, by something he calls silent weapon technology. This is keeping the quality of education of the lower class, of the poorest of sorts, in order to maintain some measure of social order, peace, and tranquility of the ruling upper class. Now, we see this happening. It's right in front of our eyes. Just turn on your TV. Oh, Cooper says that's a part of the program too, keeping us angry by destroying our faith in each other with a constant barrage of sex, violence, and war. Now, I love a good conspiracy book just like the next man. William Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse at times can be frightening. It has been found in the possession of terrorists and is banned in most state and federal prisons. It's one of those books that can cause a hyperfixation on the bad parts of society. And Cooper states that his goal in writing it was to wake people up. It did make me look at the world a little differently. It also made me pay attention. It made me pay attention to what I put into my mind, my body, and my soul. Join me next time when I'll be reviewing Martha Stout's The Sociopath Next Door.